Hello everyone, welcome to Southern Wreaths. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. Today I'm making this really beautiful royal blue snowflake wreath. It's super simple. These are the supplies I'm going to use to make this wreath. This time I'm going to do something a little different. Normally I do 14 ties on my 14-inch frame. Today I'm going to do my pipe cleaners every 4 inches. And I'm using my mat to measure. So I'm going to put a pipe cleaner even on the inside, count 4 inches over, and add my next. I end up with 8 on the inside and 10 on the outside. So instead of laying them across. So there's 4 inches in between those two pipe cleaners. So I end up with a total of 18 different pipe cleaners. And I did this because I wanted this wreath to be really full. And with the poof method, the more pipe cleaners you have, the more coverage you get. And I really wanted to use a white base. And sometimes with white, it's really hard to cover the frame. And I found this really beautiful blue tinsel pipe cleaners. Those are actually from like a 4th of July. They had red, white, and blue. And I thought they went perfect with the ribbon that I chose. And there's my new kitty. His name is Klaus, and he's playing with my pipe cleaners. He jumps on the desk a lot. So I'm going to use 21-inch metallic white. It's like iridescent Deco mesh. And I'm going to gather the end. And I'm putting it to the left of a pipe cleaner, even though I'm moving across that way. I've been doing that a little bit lately, and I find it covers just the same as the other way that you do it. So it's a preference. You can watch some of my other videos and see how I normally put it to the right, or depending on which way I'm pulling, but either way, it all circles around. I'm rambling. Alright, so I'm going to do 12-inch poofs, and again, I'm just using my board. After you do it for a while, you can kind of count when you're pulling, and you can feel when you've got to 12 inches, but if you want it to be, exactly perfect, then you can always measure. And since this and the ribbon is all I'm adding to this wreath, I really wanted to make sure the poofs were the right size. I wanted to quickly go through and show you how this one differs from the 14 pipe cleaners. You can see that you get a lot better coverage with the poofs. I know you can still see the frame, but once I cover up the center and then add the ribbon, it really covers everything. And then to start the inside, I just pull the mesh to the closest pipe cleaner and twist it once, and then continue making my 12-inch poofs all the way around. See the amazing coverage that you get just by adding a few more pipe cleaners. So if you ever want to do that where you just want a base, especially of white, just add more pipe cleaners. This is not going to work the same if you have just regular Deco mesh. You do need something with like the metallic or iridescent. The regular Deco mesh is just way too see-through. Alright, I just trimmed that away, and now I'm just going to add it to the frame with the pipe cleaner. I just pushed it through to the back, and this just secures it to the frame and keeps it from coming undone. So normally I do all of my ribbons at 12 inches, and that's the one I'm showing you here. For this wreath, I decided to do something different, and I wanted to do 14-inch pieces of ribbon. So I just cut a piece of cardboard at 14 inches, and I'm going to use that to cut my ribbon. And I'm going to do 18 of each kind of ribbon because I'm only using 2 ribbons. And this time I have 18 different ties. And you just wrap it around. With this particular ribbon, it was wanting to slide around because it's sheer. So I just had to go a little slower in the beginning. I thought these blues were so beautiful. And they work really well with winter. It's kind of nice to get out of the Christmas and start doing a little more winter. And I'm going to start Valentine's Day in my next video. Alright, I went ahead and cut them all, and now I'm just going to go through and dovetail them. And I'm curious, do any of you cut your ribbons differently at the ends? Do you leave them square, or do you just cut them at an angle? Because I don't think I've ever done anything besides dovetail. So I might be interested to try something different. And I just fold it hot dog way. And I cut from the wire to the crease, and it makes a perfect dovetail. Right, I went through and stacked the ribbon the way I want to add it. Normally when I have 2 ribbons, I like to alternate. With this wreath, I wanted to make them all exactly the same. It doesn't really make a difference in the way it would be stacked, honestly. It's just the way you fluff your ribbon. And I always tend to fluff the top ribbon to the center. And that's the reason why I'll flip them back and forth when I'm stacking them, just so it looks a little different. But with this one, I was okay with it all being the same. I'll twist it 3 times once I add it into my wreath, and then I'll curl it down with a pipe cleaner. You can see these pipe cleaners look really pretty. They become part of the wreath. And I really like how the 14-inch ribbon is covering. I think if I added mesh, like ruffles into this or curls, it wouldn't have looked the same with the ribbon. So I'm glad I just kept it really simple. And see, I twist 3 times and then roll it down. And I just like to fold the ribbon in half to find the center and then pinch that. And that's how I add it into the pipe cleaner. And I'll go around and add to the entire wreath. So for the outside ribbons, the only thing I do different is the way I fluff the ribbon. Instead of making an X, it kind of looks like a bow. The top 2 ribbons kind of go straight across and the bottom 2 flare out. You can kind of see here to the left where it's not a complete X. It's just kind of straightened across. And this just makes it where you don't get a lot of overlapping ribbon, because then you lose some of it, and that's never fun. And then I'll just go through and arrange everything, make sure I cover up the white. Because since it's so simple, I wanted to make sure there wasn't a lot of big white areas. That's it. That's how I made my super simple snowflake wreath. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, or you can email me at craftingwithlee@yahoo.com. Thank you so much for watching. And if you learned anything today or liked my video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.